Good morning and welcome. Guys, let me tell you something which happened to me something over 3 years ago. I had a call with Derek Anderson, the founder of Startup Grind, and I was considering joining the organization. And he was telling me about his vision for Startup Grind. And he said his vision is to help every entrepreneur on the planet. And I said, sounds pretty cool. And I like the vision. But then, a few months later, I flew into a conference. This conference 3 years ago. And everything changed for me. I saw that he really meant what he was saying. And what he was saying was something which he was really showing through his every action and the whole team around him. This is the favorite time of the year for me and over 100 people who are leading chapters in different cities all over the world. We come here to learn together with you from the top people which we have. And we don't just learn, we meet other people. And this feels like a family for us because we're here to help you get to the next level, no matter at which stage you are. And the way we work is basically, we want to make sure that you can learn from the top people in the world. We want to make sure that you can really get the knowledge you need. You can meet the investors and get the funding you need to get your company where you want to go. And what we do is basically do it in two different ways. We organize a conference like this in Silicon Valley, in the heart of innovation. And we do monthly talks in every single city where we are based. The vision of the founder of Startup Grind and the whole organization is basically getting achieved because today we are having over 1 million people just like you accessing our content and learning from our chapters all over the world. We have 200 chapters, which means 200 cities, organize events every single month. And entrepreneurs in these cities can learn from top people who come and they share what they've learned, they share the mistakes, they share the learnings they have. And we are based in over 100 countries. And this is something which you can really capitalize on because you can meet all the people which are in all these cities right here, today and tomorrow. So this conference is not just about you coming and learning from the people and sitting there. You can basically use any opportunity to meet somebody interesting in networking areas and in the break sessions as well. What is important before you start networking is this is not just another TechCrunch and just another conference which you can attend. We try to be a little bit different. And the way we are different is, I hope you can feel it, we try to give first. You know, the first thing on my mind when I meet somebody new is not, hey, how can I get something from you? The first thing is, and this is something I've learned from the organization because I wasn't like this before. We've learned, okay, how can I help you? And if you meet somebody here today, tomorrow, which is not thinking this way, you can correct him because it's not really good to try to squeeze the value out of you first before they give something to you back. The best way to build a long-term relationship is really to give first. The next thing is we try to help others before we help ourselves. And the most important part to me and the Startup Grind chapter directors is really we are here to make friends, not contacts. You're not just another LinkedIn contact for us. You're somebody which we want to be in touch. If there is, there's something to be in touch about, and if things make sense, let's stay in touch for a long time. I've met people here the previous years which keep coming back. And it really feels like a family reunion to me. We learn from the stage, and we also learn from people elsewhere. We have the networking areas. Don't be afraid when there's a break to go and say hi to each other and ask what the people are doing, ask how we can help. Because this is also a very integral part of how we can get the value out of it. Because in networking, especially in business, you never know from which side something interesting will come, right? Quick show of hands of who in the audience is not from the US. Raise your hand. You see that? This is how international we are. If you need to find, you have a company and you want to grow to a different part of the world, there's a huge chance that there's somebody here in this particular part of the world where you want to grow. So please make sure you can say hi to each other, and I'm sure you can find a person like that who can help you. An event like this would not happen without our partners and without our sponsors. So a huge thanks to companies like Google for Entrepreneurs, Oracle. They really help us to make this a special event, and I hope you enjoy it and you can feel it. Thanks for Axel, Heroku, Indeed, Pivotal, Proof, Wells Fargo, Allied Global, Applause, Comcast, NBC Universal, Pioneer, Harvard Business School, TopTool, Vistaprint, Galvanize, and FarmHill. Thanks to our partners. A few things about housekeeping. We all have this wristband, right? Please keep it. You're gonna need it tomorrow. You're gonna need it tonight for the pub crawl. And if you don't have it, it's gonna be an issue. So please keep your wristband. We're gonna have a few more slides. We just changed them. A few words about housekeeping. Did you all have seen all the spaces which we have here? There's quite a few, so let me talk you through it. This is the main stage. Right opposite, we have the networking tent. It's where you were registered. Right after that, you see the founder stage. Please make sure you check it out because it looks very cool. And we have founders which are sharing what they've learned. So you can learn a few things there as well. Right on the right-hand side, when you get out, we have workshop stage. So you can see some workshops. Just beyond the networking tent on this side, there's a startup tent. We selected very carefully 120 startups from all over the world to show you what they can. And trust me, we've had way more than that. So there's a certain quality guaranteed by Startup Grind. Feel free to check them out. Some of them are very cool. And then one block down this way, we have a VC stage. Lots of VCs, so if you are a company which is raising funding, feel free to check it out. We have companies from KKR, we just announced a 700 million fund to invest in tech and startups, all the way to Iconic, which is a multi-family office of people like Mark Zuckerberg and Sheryl Sandberg. They're all speaking there today and tomorrow. Another thing is breakout sessions at the other stages start at 10:30. So be ready for that. We have a workshop stage, as we discussed. We have a founder stage, and we have VC stage. And what you can, and not just can, but should do, is we have this passport. Did you all have it in the agenda when you got it? So this passport is something where you can get a stamp from the sponsors and the startups. And if you collect all the stamps, you can bring it back to the registration. And you can win a pretty cool prize. The prizes will be announced soon, so don't forget to collect the stamps. You can meet startups and sponsors and win something cool. The next thing I want to say is, this is the outline of the networking tent, where you bring the passports afterwards. And today at 6, we're going to have a pub crawl. This is the map of the pub crawl, so please keep together the wristbands. You're going to need them, and you can meet people in a more relaxed atmosphere. And there is one more thing. How many of you have heard about the conference which we had in London in June last year? Anybody heard about it? Okay. We had Eric Schmidt, the chairman of Alphabet and Google, and a bunch of other people coming to our conference for the first time. And it's a special moment right now because right now we are announcing the next year of this conference, which is happening this June, on the June 14th in London. And I'm not going to tell you what kind of speakers we will have, all I can tell you is that we want to have a conference which people will remember for years. And the theme of the conference will be the future. So anybody who is coming from the world's most influential business leaders and thinkers will be talking about the future of the respective industries. We will be launching the tickets at lunchtime. So if you want to have an excuse to come to London, check it out and meet some cool speakers and founders from Europe, especially, you can do that. Now, without any longer and further ado, I want to say a few words about how we can make the best out of this conference. Basically, there are 3 layers which a good conference has. You can have good speakers and you can learn from them. The second thing is you can really make the best out of it when you meet people who are just like you. They come here and they want to meet other similar people, like-minded people, and they want to help each other. But don't be shy. If you want to meet somebody in particular, just ask around, It doesn't take much if you want to ask, hey, is there anybody which you think I should meet today? It's a simple question, and people can really help and go beyond and help you out as well. One more thing is, some of our speakers are people who really love to meet entrepreneurs like you. And I'm sure you've seen it yesterday. For example, Mark Pincus was outside, taking pictures and speaking to entrepreneurs. We've had Michael Siebel out there as well, speaking with entrepreneurs. These guys enjoy it. Don't be shy if you see them around. Go and say hi, and if there's something you like about them, give them a compliment, because a compliment is the best way to start a conversation. And people enjoy it. Now we're going to have a whole day full of talks, full of workshops, full of interesting people you can meet. I wish you enjoy it. If you don't like it, please tell us. If you need any help, we've had lots of volunteers in the room, so not just in the room, but also in the whole area. Don't be afraid to grab any of us, including me, and ask us for help. We are here to help you. And the last thing is that at a conference like this, if you don't like it, tell us. If you do like it, don't be afraid to tweet. Our hashtag for today and for tomorrow is #StartupGrind. Feel free to use it and tell your friends about the conference. Thank you very much.